Oh, and welcome to Frankenmuth. Yeah, well, you obviously know that because you've like come into the Let's Play. Sometimes you say the silly, I say the silliest of things. What did we do this session? Well, we were a little bit busy. We didn't. It's not going to take long for me to actually like. Oh, that's right. Yeah, me mouse has gone. This is another thing since the update that it comes and goes. It's not always like that. So we did carrots, parsnips, and beetroot all in one, and we also did the fertilizing. We leased a fertilizer spreader and did all 3 fields. So next session we're going to go all the way through to harvest, and yeah, then we're going to lease a header, I think, unless we're very fortunate enough to get one. Now our money was right down at, I think it was just under or just at 202,000. We made the rest after, yeah, we went, I think went lower than that because we obviously bought seeds and diesel and all manner of things to do the fields. So we did everything, and then this month we went through from April to May, and there was quite a lot of gear that was worth quite a lot of cash. So we made like 30 odd grand on top just through doing a bit of ducking and diving, buying and selling. So quite amazing. But that really is it. So yeah, I can't belabor or make it any like more or bigger. Obviously I did have a dream that I thought I'd try to do the liquid lime and see if it was going to be cost effective, because you could just have a sprayer and then you could do everything. But I gotta be honest, the cost of the liquid lime, again, it is a factor for farmers unless you were very, very well off. It's not like the flow rate is super duper in comparison. Obviously, lime is quite a reasonable thing in the first place, very cheap really, but that isn't, and it was like 9,000, I think it was, nearly 10. Sorry, yeah, I remember what I said. Nearly 10,000 to do that one big field, in comparison to a couple of thousand. So really, when you consider if I did that twice, that would have cost me 20 grand. I could have almost bought a fertilizer spreader for the cost in that, and it would have then only cost me a few hundred to do the liming twice. So really, definitely a very bad idea, one that I will not be repeating. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a cracking idea, but cost is it is also an element for farming. So shame, but I won't be doing it again. I don't mean I will never have liquid lime, but what I mean is I don't really know that I will. No, I always like to give any mod a try, and if the price point was right, and I know you can do the thing to make the liquid lime. I suppose if you were going to try and make it to sell it, it's not a bad thing, but to make it to use it or to actually buy it from the shop to use, at that point it becomes rather expensive. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but for me personally, as much as I was wowed by it when it came in the game, having used it and sort of doing the maths, I'm like, yeah, but it's not going to work, is it? And it isn't. So it's such a shame, really, because it's a cracking idea. Very impressed with it. But the actual reality and how it fits into the game, to me personally, it doesn't really work. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, all that remains to be said is I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, we are straight back on Frankenmuth. Yeah, I thought always do a few sessions. I think my sound is a little bit noisy, even though I can knock it down a little bit. Right, yeah, still getting this horrible pixelation. Might try my other laptop at the weekend just to make sure that there's no damage to this laptop caused by the game, because it was absolutely fine until we got FS25. Yeah, no sign of any kind of damage at all. Never any of this weirdness. I've got to be honest, at the beginning of the game, it was okay as well. So it only went funny after the last couple of updates. Weird little squares, and you really can see it on the actual game as well. I'm going to grab a 3 meter and we're going to go immediately. I'm going to assist. I'm going to grab another front box as well. I think we grabbed everything. Ooh. Let's drive on the road. Yeah, I'm very pleased where we are, even though I know obviously we're really hemorrhaging money, but we have got quite a lot of quite good equipment that is going to help us in the long run. It's just that it's sort of crippling us a bit, but you can't, what's that old saying, you can't have your cake and eat it, and it's very, very true. So then let's grab a front box. A couple of. I'm a little confused. I went on Calmsden, and now I've got Oakbridge Farm. Yeah, it's a bit. It is Calmsden, but I have no idea what this is about or what is. It could explain why I couldn't. Well, almost like the game was confused. Yeah, we're gonna grab the little one. It's sort of. Yeah, I was thinking about actually grabbing mine. I thought, well, it does vegetables as well. It's a 6 meter. When you compare it to say that, and that only does vegetables, and it's, yeah, I mean, that's a no-till as well, but at the minute, we are going to lease one of these. I'm going to stick to what I've always, I'm actually thinking about designing one of these, and getting BI Industries to have a go. So anyway, I'm going to get, no, we've got the thing on the side of the field. We can grab seeds in there, a very reasonable price. So, yeah. I'm pleased with where we are as well. In a way, I'm going to say, I know sort of, having done like vegetables quite, in fact, it is a bit, as I said really last session, it is a bit annoying in a way because I've sort of done this now on 2 or 3 Let's Plays. But then again, I suppose you could all, it is what we got. And there is only so much like stuff that, it is lucrative. It is the soup business especially is lucrative. I mean, the preserved food, not quite so much. And because this is hard economy, I'm trying to choose my partners well. So, yeah, really. Then, yeah, the other thing is I'm never going to have the ridge maker, because the difference is you can't see where you've been. When you don't make ridges, you can see where you've been. So unless Giants ever improve that and make it sensible, there's no way I'm ever making ridges ever again. Having had it on Rizu Forest, and like, I thought, why would I want this? It's awful. Why would you want to subject yourself to that when you can't see where you've been? It just seems so silly. I do actually quite like the fact that I know I'm obviously supposed to see actually, do you? I know Matana's thinking about it. I think you see a bit of smoke. I'm sure you do. Right, anyway, I'm going to do the outside edge. Missed a bit here somehow. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. And we want carrots, I believe. I think it was carrots. We left it on carrots to begin with. I'm sure we did. We did. I would not. Yeah, I'm hoping I've learned my lesson for that one. I have so many times. Like, of course, this actually. Oh no, it's a coon box in Fernland. Yeah, I'm going to get stuck in because this is going to be quite a big. I'm not sure if we're going to do all 3 fields in one go, but I'd really like to give it a shot. So it's going to take some real graft. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Yeah, we were done. Absolutely amazing. Let's just run this. No, I'll ask them to pick. No, we're only a stone throw away, aren't we? Let's just run it back. Cracking session. I wasn't sure I'd actually do all of them, but yeah, we have. And fertilise. I think we've done everything, to be honest. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I suppose there's one way to find out. Yeah, because you don't have to roll the... yeah, even Giant stopped the rolling of vegetables, or they never started it, one or the other. But it is quite amazing. Obviously, you don't need to roll this. So these are my favourite crops. Absolutely amazing. So 3 fields of vegetables done, tick, and fertilised, and we shouldn't get any weeds. I'd like to test that theory by going through till tomorrow, definitely. Just to see, are we? Because yeah, I am a little bit confused about that. Oak Bridge Farm that Calmsden's morphed into. It sort of does make me wonder if when I went on the other day that it was partially changing already. Obviously there was an update and it said Calmsden, so I did it and I couldn't even plough. There were all manner of weirdnesses going on, so it does make me wonder. I mean, it's a bit of a blinder that Oxygen David's done. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Changed a map from one thing to another. Not that I'm aware of anyway, so it's a bit special. So I was literally leaving it alone. I was going to leave it until like, but now it makes me wonder if this is all sort of part of like a master plan, really. Right, let's go back. It should really be finished soon. There was not too much left to do. Obviously, yeah, there you go. Mr. Smith's uncanny sixth sense strikes again. It was, yeah, literally 10 seconds before it went off, and I was nowhere near it. I couldn't see it. I was just, oh wow, yeah, the amount of times that happens, it's. I used to think it was just a fluke, but you don't get that many flukes. Like one, oh, I missed a bit there. I meant to come and do that. Nah, oh well. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I tried the spraying and I gave it a good go, and I was looking at the cost. I thought that is mega expensive. I think you, in couple of like using a sprayer with a liquid lime, I think you would pay for your fertilizer spreader probably after 2 uses. Not to mention the fact that obviously at 42 meters spread, that, I mean, that is got to be my favourite spreader, the one that we've had. Yeah, it's true. I'm actually going to think of, I think I might make one of these. I might actually get BI Industries to sort of, I mean, to be honest, they're very simplistic sort of, I mean, I know I can use my 6 meter, we could sort of do that, but these are really very, very minimal, shall we say. Right, so, no, we have got a proper, yeah, let's no, let's put it under cover. I'd like to, like, I can't believe how, I mean, the other thing about vegetables is, let's be honest, there's absolutely nothing else in the game that can touch them on the use of their seeds. They're absolutely unbelievably good. Now we do need some fuel, and I'm not sure if mine dispenses fuel like Omatana's does. I don't know if you have to do anything special to get it to come out like that. I suppose we could try it. Because or whether it's just a natural thing that the bottom line is, I would imagine it is. Obviously, from the modding that I know, well, we all sort of know, you can sort of guess that obviously you've got a field point in your tractor that is like good for, and if that field point there does do diesel, then really you should do that, and it does it. Yeah, as simple as that. So it isn't anything special, really, which is, that's quite amazing. Excellent. Right, so then, we had a look and there was nothing at all there. Let's go through till the morning. Everything, so let's have a look first. I do like to, yeah. So, beetroot, as I would call it, parsnips and carrots. Oh, it looks like a lot of other people have done like carrots across their own part. Oh my life, that is a big field of parsnips. It is. Right, let's go through till tomorrow. And 8 o'clock is true. Oh, I was going to show you about the, yeah, Mr. Whippy, let's get, oh, it's done that mouse thing again. Yeah, it has. Your mouse won't click the top. And this is a Giants thing. It just comes and goes. You can do it with the gamepad. So other than the stones and a tiny bit of liming that we didn't quite manage, you can see we're completely done. So let's go through till the morning. This time, and will we escape from the weeds, or will we get weeds? That is the question. Well, they look fairly weed-free to me. Yep, absolutely, totally weed-free. Exactly as they should be, which is amazing. And, ooh, a mulcher. Well, that's a little bit new. Well, if we buy that one, it's a shame, really. That is a really good price. What is its horsepower? 150. Yeah, so if we did it to the... It would be rather a lot more. It would indeed. Yeah, this is the one I had on... yeah, so it is good, but we'll buy it and we're going to do a bit of a buying and selling, I think. We don't any extras. Oh, it's that extra like power thingy, isn't it? You can't really... Yeah, you can only make it worse. Yes, definitely. And we may as well grab that. Because we're basically... I've not seen that one before. And that one too. Being as we've got a like 3-point link, we may as well grab everything. Because it really isn't going to take any longer. And then we should have enough to buy... Yeah, it's a shame, because this would have been a nice one to actually own. Yeah, no, that is quite nice, the mulcher. I like how it folds very, very narrow. That is quite amazing. Now then, which way is the... it's on that side. It's very misty. Really misty all the way. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. Make a nice mower. If you replace the heads with less mulchy heads, really. Oh, it's not. It is a mulcher, but it's like for like a skid steer or like a crane or something like that. We'll grab it. Yes, we have other methods to fulfill the same function, to be honest. So, apologies, I'm really tired. You know when you go like really silly? Yeah, I hate that when you go that tired that you go really daft. So 68, yeah, about 7,000. Not a lot. And I don't think I started your engine. Ooh. Now that's unusual. We've sort of, yeah, I think that extra Fent module actually has cost us, because we're right up to where we were before. So actually one of those lost us some cash. I mean, we're going to sort of like sell this and make... and yeah, that's true. Let's sell it first and see what the final thing is before we like say that we've lost money, because you can't really. Yeah, it's the trouble. Ooh, we did. We lost some cash. I mean, we gained it. But what I'm trying to say is we did lose cash. So no, we've not. No, we didn't. They were the little things that was, yeah, that was expected, really. It's a shame we can't afford a beast like that. This is the one that always you were going to make the cash on, really. Yeah, obviously they're more expensive. They should make 20 grand on that. So we should be up to nearly 230,000, which is not bad, really. It's a bit fast, this is. Gordon Bennett. Not sure I'm quite in the Oh, I have just. Ooh, very nice. That spot on. 239,377. And that is where we're going to leave it. Yeah, so no weeds. Everything's done. We need now to go. I think it's only August. Vegetables are another one that haven't got. Oh, I can't click me. I have to do it like this way. Yeah, I believe it is. It's only August, so we've only got June, July, August, or June and July, and then we're at it. So, yeah, we've not got long to go through. No animals at the minute. I do also intend on. It's weird because you can kick. It's the top two things that sort of go weird. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely. Yeah, we're going to try and work with this quite a lot. So if well, yeah, there's the kimchi you can grow there. Yeah, we could actually. I haven't actually tried my. Yeah, rice was the other thing I was thinking about doing. If we do rice, maybe we'll do potatoes, maybe we won't. Noodle soup is the one I was thinking about. We would need flour for that. Haven't forgotten that we've got the canola. I've got an idea for that, but I'm not going to like go into oils because we've done that to death as well. Imagine you're going to do everything to death really on every Let's Play. You're always going to have different things because there's only a limited amount of things you can do. So, of course, and the same's true for real farmers. So, right, anyway, yep, I'm going to do my catch up. So, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.